All right. Sorry I'm late. I can't believe how many people online will blindly believe anything they are told. It's like nobody expects proof anymore. Now, I can understand that sometimes it's a little awkward to ask for proof. People are worried about judgment, or perhaps it might create more issues. Now, people can think what they want and they can base their opinion on me however they choose. I can't control that. But when people are digging into my real life, for what? Because somebody told you I'm a scammer and you take their word for it. But does that give anybody the right to dig into my life, contact people in my life? And now it's going as far as I'm a scammer in real life too. It's it's getting to be a lot. Like, does it not say anything that there, to show that there's not been anything shown? I went back and I looked through all of my conversations from day one with everybody, trying to look back to see if there's anything questionable about how I acted. There was one time, one single time. And if I'm wrong, show me that I'm wrong. There's one time where I asked someone if they would loan me money. That was it. And that was paid back. And when I asked that person for help, they sent me more than what I was asking for, which was nice. But I didn't ask for that much. Even when these people turned on me, and if you don't want to like me, if you don't want anything to do with me, that's respected. I'm not going to push to be friends with someone that doesn't want anything to do with me. But I paid that money back, even when I could have turned around and just disappeared. But I didn't, because I don't feel there's any reason why I should have to. I got scolded for even showing the proof that I paid it back. And of course, I'm going to want to show it. Of course, I'm going to want to post it on my community tab. Everybody and their dogs are calling me a scammer. Now, of course, I took out any personal information, so that wasn't outed. But Maria took it upon herself to go into my YouTube and delete what she chose. months ago, I made her, I don't know what it's called, a manager, whatever. I think John has it. So if he's doing a live that, he's not going to like in the morning, said person can delete it. That's what I did for Maria. And she abused that and deleted what she wanted. But it's pretty childish. But I'm not shocked. People are saying that I'm trying to, or I have been for years, scamming people in my real life. Again, where's the proof? People are saying that I have all these GoFundMes that I've made, and I haven't. I made one at the very start of when my dog's knee issues started. There was two options, and during this time, I can't exactly remember how old I was. Between like 25 and 28, I believe. Financially, I did not have the means for a big surgery. Now everybody's saying, well, why didn't you get pet insurance? Blah, blah, blah. You're not very responsible and this and that. Maybe pet insurance is way different in the States than in Canada. But when I got Zeus, I think I was 23 or 24. And I was young. My first dog was pet insurance on my mind? No. Did I think that he was going to have all of these issues with his knees and everything? No, not at all. But as these issues came up, I dealt with them the best way that I could. So when I found out that my dog needed his ACL repaired, I did everything I could. I collected bottles. I did work for people that I knew. Now there was two options. There was the cruciate surgery or there was the TPLO. The TPLO was definitely out of the picture because one knee I was quoted $6,000 for, and then was told it was like an 80 or 90% chance that his other knee would go because his other knee is dealing with all the weight while the other knee is healing. To hear that at my age was super overwhelming. So I had numerous people tell me to do a GoFundMe, which I thought was a great idea. I think the GoFundMe brought in, I don't know, maybe like $800. And that I appreciated that because that helped big. And I think the surgery was around, I think it was between $2,300 and $2,500. And then it was, I think, a 6-week physio recovery where he had to do all these different recovery steps each week. So it was very time consuming and it was a long process. And what it was is the cruciate surgery was like a fishing line in replace of his ACL. And scar tissue would build around that line. And then after about a year, that line would break, but he would have a scar tissued ACL. And that surgery, he was right at the cusp of the weight limit. And the surgeon said that I could go ahead with it. Well, a year or so later, find out it's not working. So I had to go for other options. Now, they said that he wasn't doing horrible, like it wasn't something that was needed ASAP, so I had time to figure it out. But watching your dog in pain all the time isn't fun. Like it's and I stress really easily. So if I see him in pain, I'm constantly stressing. So that was the only GoFundMe that I had made. And then when he needed another surgery, I did not want to make another one because I hate asking for stuff. I absolutely hate it. I always try to do everything on my own. I always have been like that. I'm no different now than I was when I was younger. So his second surgery, instead of just trying to see if people will donate, my friends came together and we did fundraisers. I don't know where exactly that is considered scamming, but I have good friends. People want to help me out. I've never asked for handouts. I did a 50-50 draw. I believe it brought in like $1,300, so someone got half of that. I sold tickets for a draw. A jersey was donated from a hockey team, and all the people had signed it. I believe there was a gift card for a restaurant, and there was something else. I sold tickets. I think I sold tickets for like $20 each. I had another friend who was willing to do a bake sale. And then I had somebody saying that they would match whatever the bake sale made. After all the stuff for the bake sale was paid, I made a profit of 500. So somebody donated another 500. So there was 1,000. I did numerous little fundraisers. Like, wouldn't anybody else do that? If you financially can't afford something, but it's something that's needed, aren't you going to go and do what you can to try and make do? I didn't go rob a bank. I didn't go rob a convenience store. I didn't go steal and pawn stuff. And really, what does any of this have to do with YouTube? It's because people take it upon themselves to dig and dig and dig, find what they can, and then they twist it. Like, who gets enjoyment out of making other people's lives miserable? I've got people saying they're going to contact my job. I've got people saying they're going to contact friends who help me with fundraisers. Where am I doing any of that? Maria thinks that I'm in a bunch of different DMs trying to convince people not to be friends with her. Show me where I've said that. Show me any type of proof. Dorothy, why didn't I get a job or 3? When? When I was doing my fundraising, when I had a job and I was saving. but it's not very easy to save when it's just me. I could write down and I could list all my bills and what I pay monthly for everything. But why? I show it, and someone else is gonna come up with something else. Like what's the point? What's like this is why I've not gone live this entire time. Because what is the point in trying to prove something to people that don't even know me? People who do know me in my real life think I'm a great person. I take care of my dog well. I make sure he is provided everything he needs. I pay over $300 a month in just his medications. Should I list his medications? He gets a shot every month for his knee, for his arthritis, which is super beneficial to him. That's $112 a month. He was on trazodone for anxiety. Which wasn't very much. I think it was like maybe $100 every 3 months or so. But I didn't find it as beneficial to him. So the doctor suggested Prozac. There's lots of dogs. I know it sounds weird. I thought it was weird when she talked about it. But no, there's lots of animals that take Prozac for different types of things. That's more. That's actually $100 a month. He takes gabapentin, which I just picked up today. And for 3 months of that, I think it was like $60 or something. I did sell a lot of stuff. There's absolutely nothing wrong with doing the fundraising that I did. People can make it out to be that it was such a horrible thing to do or what, but there's nothing wrong with it. I didn't force anybody to buy tickets to my fundraisers, or I didn't force anybody to donate to my GoFundMe. I didn't even spam share it. If somebody wanted to help, they could help. And I do work for my expenses. But people online like to lie and make it out like I just depend on everybody else to fix my problems and pay my bills. I don't. It's funny when I was on good terms with Maria and did as she asked, everybody thought I was this phenomenal young man who provided for my niece, and I provided so well for my dog. But now that I'm disliked with no proof of anything, now it's all been turned that I'm this horrible person who should get 3 or 4 or 5 jobs. Like, let's be reasonable. I work full time. I do side jobs. Like, there's only 24 hours in a day. And no, I'm not playing the victim. If I wanted to play the victim, I would have went live long ago and played the victim. Yeah, Brookie. Yep. and I'm not asking for anybody to praise me. I'm not asking for anybody to feel sympathy for me. I would just like it if people could move on. Like it's a never-ending cycle in this part of YouTube. It's like let's all hate on John, and then after we have just fucking drilled him into the ground, let's move on to D. And after we've made her life a living hell, let's move on to Sophie. Like it never ends. There's always got to be somebody. And I thought, okay, well, I'm just going to ignore it. Did it upset me? Did it fucking bother me? Yeah, it did. Did I talk to who I thought were my friends? Yes. But who wouldn't? When I was friends with Maria, she would get talked about. She'd talk to me about it and complain about it. So what? Like, I work as much as I can. People go through hard times. It's going to happen. I guarantee it's happened to the majority of you. There have been times in your life, whether you were young or you were older, where things have fallen apart and you have struggled. Like, I don't know. And you know what's sad is the majority of the women on here that do live streaming or are viewers, the majority of you are mothers. And this is how you act towards people. I'm barely reading the comments. Sorry. Dorothy, do you not remember what it's like to be young and trying to get your life on track? Yeah. I've opened up about certain things in my life because people wanted to hear about it. People wanted to know, like about my sister, about my niece. I opened up about those types of things. I wasn't using it to try and get ahead. I've said from day one, I made a YouTube so I could respond, not so I could get viewers in the hopes of start to get paid and make money off of it. I don't have the time. People are constantly saying that all I do is I sit online. Like, who was it? Missy Teresa or Teresa or something like that. She's going on about my phone bill. All like nonstop. Like, the majority of phone plans are unlimited. You pay X amount of money and it's unlimited. So to say that I'm constantly live streaming or I'm watching YouTube when I'm working or driving or whatever, no, I'm not. I'm not. I was more invested in YouTube when I was good with Maria. Yes. But how many months has it been? When did all this start? Maybe February, March? I work every day. And I can tell you that if I'm listening to YouTube while I'm working, whether that's if when I'm inside doing something in the back or I am driving, it's 10% of the time maybe it's this stuff. The other 90%, I'm watching videos on how to learn about different things, how to build certain things, how to build a coop, how to use scrap pallets to build something. Like, that's just an example of things. Like, I am not as invested in this as you guys may think. But even though I say that, you're not going to believe me. And that's fine. Don't believe me. But do you guys have to continue to talk about it every single day? Today, Maria's talking about me. Yesterday, was it yesterday, the day before? Jules is talking about me. When have I even mentioned Jules? If I'm going to comment in a chat, it's very rarely. Because the moment I say something, regardless of what it's about, whether it's drama or it's nothing, it's like people remember about me and they're like, oh, let's just talk shit again. But I'm the one that's obsessed with everybody, right? I'm the one that can't be trusted. I'm the one that's a shit starter. If I was a shit starter, I could have easily posted a lot of screenshots of a lot of different conversations with a lot of different people. But no, I didn't. Because at one time or another, that person trusted me and told me personal things about themselves. And I'm not going to turn around and use that as ammo. Because that's not who I am. Like, I don't even know George, this guy that has the doll Instagram. You know, some of them are funny. But I'm made out to be the weirdo and the stalker. But George has fat shaming memes about Anne. He's got memes about Jen. It's all of them. And for some reason, he's taken it upon himself to invigorate himself into this and tell people I'm obsessed with him. Where have I posted something about him? He's done nothing but post about me. What was his last post? A picture of my fingernails and my feet. Because at one point I sent those photos to Penelope and she took it upon herself to send those to him. My fingers look the way they do because I have anxiety. So when I'm stressed, yes, I pick my fingers. Sorry, I get that's a downfall that I have. And I wish I could stop. But it's not that easy. My toes, they're smashed to shit because I work and I drop shit. And that's why they look the way they do. But for some reason, George thought it would be funny to post that. Okay. Wow. Do you feel better now? Do you feel better, Penelope, that once upon a time I trusted you and I sent those to you and you're now using them against me? I can't even talk about certain things with Penelope because she's blackmailing me. I was extremely close to her. And we talk every day on the phone, FaceTime for hours. And people tried making it like I was flirting or had a thing for her. It was never like that. We were friends. Males and females can't be friends without people thinking there's something behind it. All right, triggers. Well, then you tell me what it is. I'm not interested in making someone look bad. I'm not interested in trying to make Penelope look bad or Maria look bad or anybody else look bad. It would just be really nice if people could just stop with me. Like, do something else besides trying to wreck people and make them look bad. Did I choke the chicken before I killed it? I've got a fucking spider living in my bathroom, and I feel guilty killing it. But you guys, again, have made something into something it's not. Did I have a rooster that was aggressive, attacking me, attacking my friend's children who came over, and was attacking my other roosters who were very well behaved? Yes. What do most people do when they have chickens? Most people raise chickens to butcher them and fill their freezer. I raise chickens because I want to sell eggs. And I got chickens because I wanted a hobby to help me with my mental health. Like, but no, you guys are going to make it out like I'm someone that just likes to kill things for the fun of it. I put some very personal things about Penelope out there on my community post. Which one? What's the post? Because I'm looking at all my posts, and the majority of them are chickens. Yep. I don't see any posts. Brookie, I remember Penelope being in Brooke's chat last fall when you were really drunk, encouraging you to expose yourself. You were obviously very intoxicated, and she was taking advantage of that. I don't believe she was taking advantage of that. When I first met Penelope, did I think she was attractive? Yes. Did I express that? Yes. But when I was told she was married, I left that and it went no further. But ever since then, people have always made comments about mine and Penelope's friendship when it's really nobody's business. Oh, I see. Okay, yeah. That post when I posted that I paid Jennifer back. Yeah, and again, you don't know the full story about that. Did I make a comment that upset Penelope during a really rough time? Yes, and I apologized, and I meant it. Zeus, how many people tried to warn you about Maria? It has to be quite a few. Yep. Yep, there was a lot. But I I want to get to know a person myself without others' judgment. My mistake. Uh, how is it bullshit? You know, no one put that info about Penelope out there. Yeah, it was already out there. That's why I was responding to it. The thing is, I'm always made to be this horrible person. You want to make me look bad, which I get. People aren't going to like you, and that's what they're going to do. But there comes a time when you like to move on. Just move on. I've said forever about the example Jules. I've said if she doesn't talk about me, I won't talk about her. She lied on about me about something that was serious. You know, she is a victim of assault. And she is making it out like I told her that I was going to shove my dick down her throat when that wasn't true at all. But she went on and on and on and on about it until finally somebody sent me the clip of what I actually said. And I posted it. And to this day, she is still running with her narrative that she created. Yeah. You know, the other day I heard from Jules that I have a harassment charge. Well, considering as I don't have a criminal record, again, I would like to see proof of that because if there is, I don't even know about it. Like, people can make up anything they want, and it seems like all these viewers just believe it. Like the other day, John, he posted Brooke's daughter on his community tab. I don't talk to Brooke. I don't talk to John. I don't care what's been done back and forth. Kids just shouldn't be posted. They shouldn't. And I had put on there, like, come on, John, like, take this down. And he made a comment about how Brooke, it's okay, but it's okay for Brooke to say the N word. I've never heard her say that. So, no, I'm not going to just believe something I'm told if I've not heard it myself. Like, that's just a normal way of how I think. You want proof. It's a pretty big accusation. How would she know you live in Canada? I don't know. I have no idea. I just heard her say it on a live. I don't know what exact day it was. But I can tell you I do not have any harassment charges. I don't have any charges of any sort from any time. There's no standards in this community. And that's what it seems like. Who can go the lowest? And I don't know how that makes someone feel good. I don't know how a person gets up from their computer chair at the end of going real life on somebody and can go and sit at the dinner table with their family and eat like they have no issues. I certainly would feel guilty. And, in the beginning, I allowed things to get to me. If somebody said something about me, it bothered me. That I have always been the type of person that I need to prove my side. I need to prove that I'm not wrong, that I'm not lying. And that's just the way I am. And I'm sure people on here know that it's not something that I hide. I've actually, considering this is the internet and it's all strangers, I feel like I've been pretty open and honest about a lot of things. And I come online and I have nothing prepared. I'm just talking. Like I don't. People are saying that I scammed Debbie. First of all, I never reached out to her and asked her for any money. I was a part of a group chat where lots was talked about. YouTube was talked about. Real life was talked about. Personal photos were shared. Everybody talked about different stuff. I was dealing with something and I was talking about it to who I thought were my friends. People in return reached out to me privately wanting to help. And in those conversations, I declined help. I say I am not venting about such thing because I'm looking for something. I'm just talking. But it has been twisted that I'm sad begging and I'm grifting. I owed one person and I paid it back. That it's like, I'm just looking at the comments. Coastal life. That's a very difficult and hard time in a woman's life. Yeah. That's why I am not going into depth about it. I am not going to try and prove my side. I'm not when I'm friends with somebody and I consider them a really close friend, and then something happens and we're no longer talking, my feelings for that individual don't just go away. I can be pissed off that she sent photos to somebody and then they in return posted them online, and I can be furious about it. But when I calm down, I don't feel the need to try and hurt them back. I'm not that type of person. Brookie, they were saying you owe 400. Was that the one already paid back? No. So that person reached out to me wanted to help me. Now, Maria's going around saying that I sent her my phone bill in hopes of getting money from her. No, I sent her my bill after she gave me money because I wanted her to see that in fact I do owe this money and I'm not just pocketing it and, going and buying some pizza or going and buying some new clothes. And the person that did loan me money, I even told them that I would send them what I was using it for. I have no problem proving things when it's necessary, or if somebody's helping me out and they want to see a bill or whatever, that's not a problem to me. But it's already been shown that it was never alone with this person saying I owed them $400. But it's really disheartening. And I can't even say it's disheartening because I don't know the full story. I only know what I've seen Maria say. I don't see private conversations. I didn't block that person because I owed them money. I blocked that person because I was seeing them talk about me in the very beginning of all this, and it was hurtful. And I didn't want to read the negative comments. And she wasn't the only one I blocked. There was multiple people who were blocked. If this person from day one said that it was a loan, and I'm not saying that is for sure because I don't know, but if that was the case, I find that very disheartening because I have been dragged about this for months. And I was saying the truth the entire time. Let's say, I was going through a rough time, so I want to help her out. So I sent $400. And I said, this is a loan, or this is a gift. I just use it for what you need and better yourself if this is going to help. And then we get in a fight and are no longer speaking. And I turn around and I say, that was a loan. Now I want that money back. Like, is that fair? No. I shouldn't expect that money back because once upon a time I considered that person a friend and I was helping them out. I've helped friends out lots. I've helped out people financially and I've helped out physically. Someone needs help with something, I will help them. But I'm not going to turn it around and use it against them down the road when I'm upset about something. I know I'm probably going to get a ton of slack for even this. People are going to go live. Maria's probably already got one scheduled. But it's like, How many times do you have to go live about me and say the same stuff over and over and over again? Did I scam you, Maria? Did I say untrue things about you? Did I ever share personal things that you shared with me? There were times where people tried to get me to tell them personal stuff about you, but I didn't. And when you went live, I think it might have been the first live, and you said that I harassed Maria to get you to talk to me. Now, you might have been told that by Maria, or I don't know, but I can tell you that's not true. And I have the screenshots to prove it. I don't know why Maria was so persistent on getting me to message you. But when you told me not to contact you, I was going to respect that. And again, I have conversations where Maria's asking, did Anne respond? Did you contact her? Pretty sure even in my message, I told you. Maria asked me to do this. Like, there's just so much that is misconstrued and lied about. And it's just crazy. I'm not behind the scenes talking to all these people about what's been going on. There's only so many times you can talk about something. Did I talk to Penelope about it? Yeah. Yep, I did. A lot. Showed her conversations, everything. And there was like 2 other people. I believe her name, I think it's Jindy. I think she's a part of that group chat. I don't remember. And if she's shown you the whole chat, you should see in there that I never spoke shit about you, Maria, to her, ever. So when you say that I'm in all these DMs trying to convince people not to like you, I don't care who's your friends. I don't care who likes you. I don't care who doesn't like you. Everybody could be your friend and dislike me, and I still won't care. I am not a person to try and control who talks to who. Even to reach out and express something that bothers me is hard to do. And yeah, they do. They want to silence me, but it's okay for them to keep going. It's obviously apparent that Maria and I have nothing to do with each other. Don't speak, nothing. And John posted a photo of her, and I put 3 emojis on it, laughing or something like that. And the moment I posted it, she unblocked me and messaged me. And I shit you not, it was less than like 2 minutes of posting it. How did she see that so fast? I have no idea. I'm still coming across comments that were posted months ago that I didn't even see. Thanks, Berkey. I appreciate that. And my niece is doing well. Thank you. Like, why can't people just be like civil adults and just let it go and move on? You've gotten your point across. People believe you. People practically worship you. And even when we were friends, I'd tell you that. People coddle you. And it's odd. It's weird to the extent that they will go. But like, how much further do you want to go? But wait a minute. I thought they were supposedly all asleep liars. They were all up. And you know what? When I posted those 3 emojis on the picture that John had posted of Maria, I actually didn't know John was live. I didn't know that Brooke had just gotten offline. I didn't know who else. Terry Lynn was live. I didn't know any of that. I had no idea. If I knew all of that was going on, chances are I wouldn't have even made a comment. I don't like stirring like shit. I don't. People might think that I do because someone has told them I do, but I really don't. And I think by how quiet I have been should show that. But I don't agree with a lot of what John says, but I don't voice it either. I don't. What's the point? He's going to do what he's going to do. And that's that. So what's the point? But I also like Sophie. Have we had our issues? Yeah. But we've figured it out and moved past it. But she's friends with John. But that doesn't make me judge Sophie. Sophie's going to be friends with who she wants. I'm not going to tell her otherwise. But then I get shit on because I'm friends with Sophie, because Sophie is friends with John. And John's not liked by so and so and whoever else. Like, I don't get into it that far. And yes, I don't agree with a lot he says either, but most of them are no better. Exactly. Everybody is about retaliation. Oh, you called the cops on me, so now I'm going to call the cops on you, and I'm going to make my story sound better than yours, so hopefully the outcome is worse for you. It makes me sick. I don't think any of it is okay. I have never, ever had a conversation with George in private. I think I've on panel. I think on Mims's channel when he was really vulgar to Anne, I jumped up on there and I said a few things. But like, what did that do? You know, I stuck up for Anne, but now I've involved myself with this George guy, and now down the road, look at what he's doing to me. He's blaming me for an account that a YouTube account that was made. I didn't do it. I don't know how to prove that, but I didn't do it. It was, I think it was George Dahmer. I had no idea that he even made a post about it until somebody showed me. And he said something about you have 24 hours to take it down because this has your name written all over it. But it wasn't actually me. So he threatened my niece because of a YouTube page that he could have just ignored. Like, how many posts have you made about me, George, that were even like months and months ago that I didn't even know about? And then now you're posting about me, but you're trying to involve my niece, saying she will pay for my sins if that page isn't deleted. But wasn't there something kind of said the same to D? Something about her son is going to pay for her sins? I would hope that wasn't you. What is the end goal? Like, what it seems like, Maria, is your pattern is you want to be the hero and you want to make it so people disappear online. So you want to own all of YouTube and you want to control who is on it. You can't do that. You just can't. You have tried it with John for months, maybe years, and he's not going anywhere. So why not just move on? Brookie, it was probably Maria. They were furious during that time when they were calling you Dahmer. And that's right, Maria brought up, she heard me say one thing. So it gave her the reason to go live about me for like the 10th time. And it, like, Maria, I know things that you have done behind the scenes that don't make you innocent either. But how many people have done that? A lot. Everybody does it. But the difference with you is you make it like you are perfect. You don't do anything. You hate liars. But you have lied on me about a lot of serious stuff. A couple months ago, you admitted on panel that you knew I wasn't a scammer. But your story changes all the time. I have a lot of screenshots of you telling me, I don't believe that you're a scammer. I don't agree with Anne. Like, there There's so much stuff that I could post. But what is it going to do? What is it going to do? So you want, like I could easily, I believe I said this the other day, you want me to disappear. You want to be in control. I could easily just make a new YouTube account, invest some time into it, and be a completely different person. But why? Like, why would I want to, like, what is that going to do? And the majority of people do that. What is it? What was that woman that was foul with jewels on panel about my niece? I think Housewives. Hasn't it just come out that apparently she's still around, just under a new name? Like, would you rather me do that? I said this in the very beginning. I told you I don't want to be a part of groups. I don't want to be a part of malicious attacks. I just want to be able to go where I choose in whoever's chat that I want to and not be crucified for it. I said it to you multiple times and you're like, yeah, okay, yeah. And then I asked a question and I don't know, I think it was Amanda. And you're in my messages freaking out. I think I shared something of hers that I agreed with. And that's what it was. Like I shared something that I agreed with. And it had nothing to do with you. And you got upset at me. And for the entire 2 years that I stood by your side, I constantly argued with people that you were not controlling. But there have been multiple occasions where you have. And I just wanted things to be civil. I didn't want things to blow up the way they did. I just wanted to be able to go where I wanted. And again, I have lots of screenshots where you have gotten upset with me with being in different chats. I don't like these kind of videos. I don't like where people are constantly being chewed out for the same thing day after day after day. What I do like doing is showing my chickens, showing the babies. There are people around the world that find it interesting. So I do it. But I haven't even done that. Even though I have been asked I can't even count how many times to go live and just stream my chickens. But I don't, because I don't want the pain of being harassed. And I probably still wouldn't be live, but people are involving themselves in my life when I haven't done anything. You want to threaten my job. I shouldn't say you. People in general want to threaten my job. Want to threaten who I'm friends with in my life. Want to make up shit, make up criminal records. Like, people make up shit nonstop. Like, this Cree person called me a racist. Why am I racist? Where have I been racist? Like, as far as I know, like, Maria, Secret Treasures, Pebbles, you guys aren't blocked. You know? I would sure like to know what is going to stop you guys from trying to wreck my actual life. You know, I asked, you know, when I blocked the people that were talking crap about me, when you block somebody on Instagram, I guess it asks if you want to block what future accounts they can make. And I think the conversation, and I didn't think of it. I just put okay. Like, what's the use of having a conversation of someone who I thought was my friend and I told personal things to? Like, what? Like, so I've deleted it. And then it came out that when Debbie helped me, it was all of a sudden alone. But I was told that Debbie also deleted her conversation with me. Now, I know for me, if I loaned somebody money and that was the only type of proof that I had, I wouldn't delete it. So you guys told me it was deleted, but then weeks later, parts of the conversation are copy and pasted and posted. So then it's not deleted. So I'm not sure why that was lied about, because I had said numerous times, post the conversation. Because I'm not hiding anything. I know what I said. I know what was said. Like, you say you hate liars, but there's been numerous things. Maria, has there ever been a time where you have struggled in your life and you've needed help and people have offered it and helped you? Like I said, I'm sure it's happened to everybody. I don't have parents to fall back on. I don't have much family. I help my dad. I am not a scammer. And people can question me on it all day, every day. And my story isn't going to change. Secret treasures, how about you go and get the screenshots of all these loans you are talking about? Until then, learn how to read and listen. There's no other loans. Is Secret in the chat? Because I think she's someone that I have blocked. So I don't know if I can't. I went into my settings before this and I unblocked a bunch of people because I'm willing to hear people's sides and answer. And I don't believe she was in the block list, but she might be personally blocked. I just hate going into a chat and seeing people shit talk me all the time. Like today, I saw Maria was live, so I click in it. And she's talking about me. Like, what was it, like a 2-hour live? And the one time I click on it and she's talking about me, the chat's joking about borrowing money from Maria. Like, you guys are all mothers, grandmas, and this is how you act online. This is how you choose to spend your free time. Some are just looking for content because they ran out of stuff to say about John. They've ran out of stuff about me, but they're just creating new stuff. The harassment. I borrowed money from several people. Like, who are these several people? Who was it? Oh, I got a screenshot. Simply Sophie. Secret treasures. You need to pay Debbie back, Zeus. She loaned you the money when she was in a bad situation herself, and there's a couple more ladies you owe money back to as well. I would sure love to know the other people. I really would. If somebody says that they want to help me out and they tell me I don't need to pay it back, that whole thing with Debbie started. She reached out to me, wanted to help me. I declined. I said, it's super nice of you to offer, but that's not why I was talking about what I was talking about in the group chat. And she says, I want to help you. And I said, I can't accept that because it's a lot of money. Well, you can pay it back if you want. I can't afford to owe anybody money right now, but I really appreciate it. Like, what more can I say? Let me go on my Instagram and look at it. Her name is Stephanie Johnson on Instagram. That was another one that Maria said was a loan. Now, that person could have went to Maria and said, I also loaned him money. And Maria's just taking their word for it. Screen recorded the whole conversation, and I showed her. There was no talk of a loan, and I didn't reach out to her asking her for money. How many people in here talk to their friends about personal stuff? They're going through a shit time. People do it. There's nothing wrong with that. I've had numerous people come to me talking about their financial situations or what they're having to deal with or who they've lost. But I'm not thinking that they're aiming to try and get something out of me. You know, when I was good with everybody and everybody loved me, they loved that I had chickens and they thought I was great with my dog. And then all of a sudden I've got too many animals, and if I can't afford them, I shouldn't be getting more. My chickens don't cost me anything. Anything. Chickens are actually a really good investment because of the rising cost in food. I don't have to buy eggs, and I eat a lot of eggs, a lot. But I am self-sufficient with that. I made a post. I was sick of hearing people say the same shit over and over again about how I can't afford animals. Did I go and get a second dog? Did I go buy some exotic animal? Do I have cats? Do I see a kitten and think it's cute, so I buy it? No. I have a dog who's 9 years old, and I have chickens that keep me busy, help my mental health. And if people want to make fun of that, then go ahead. But it really shows how disgusting of a human being you are. You don't know my life. You don't know what I've had to deal with throughout my life. You don't know what I have been through. You don't know the type of mental health that I have. You know, I made a post that I'm pretty sure Maria deleted where I opened up about how the harassment was affecting me. You know, people can say I'm lying, but I got so many fucking messages telling me to go kill myself, telling me that I'm worthless, that I'm an animal abuser. Like, you know, a lot of things just roll off my back. But then I think these people think such horrible things about me, and I'm not that person, but I can't do anything about it. And then they're going to creep into my real life and involve people around me. So then I have to explain myself to friends and why this is happening. And I'm gotta say that's pretty uncomfortable when it's completely unnecessary. Hey, Big Hair. Thank you. I appreciate that. You know, people called me John 2.0 because I expressed things about my mental health and how draining it can be on someone who's never experienced this type of harassment before. And you don't know if I'm dealing with something in my real life, you don't know, my supposed people that I thought were my friends on here knew that I was dealing with my father and him being sick. My dad is sick to the point that it's not curable, and I'm the only one that can care for him. I've got my sister who also struggles, and I have to deal with that. On top, I have to work full time. I have to pick up side jobs, and I'm not complaining about that. I'm just saying I do work. It's not like I sit at home hoping to be a YouTube star one day and expect everybody else to pay my bills. I've, that Missy seems very invested in my phone. I have unlimited data. I don't go over my data. When my niece moved in with me, I wanted her to have a functioning phone so I could get a hold of her. So I put her phone on my contract. And when she got a job, she started paying. Why do I have to explain this to people? I don't. Cosmic crazy. So because of these messages, you lump us all in that. I didn't do a thing. I came in to hear both sides. I'm not lumping you into anything. I'm speaking in general. I'm saying people online made fun of me because I expressed mental health and the fact that people push and push and push. It's nothing to do with you personally. I came in here wanting to say names. I came in here wanting to show screenshots and prove people were liars. But at the end of the day, what is that going to do? And I'm sure people will call me a liar and say that I don't have any of this stuff. And when that time comes, then we'll deal with it. But I don't enjoy doing this. This is the first live I've done since all of this came down. And Cosmic, I actually appreciate that you say that you're coming in to see both sides. That's all I want from anybody. Oh, Mia. Oh, hey. And that's another thing. Sarah Z tried to make me out to be a liar. And it blew up. I didn't show the whole I didn't show the whole group chat. I showed Mia the part that involved her because I felt bad because everybody was trying to get me to find out if she was who she was. And in all honesty, it's the internet. And if people want to come to YouTube and say they want to be somebody completely different, they can do that. They don't need people jumping down their throats to prove what they look like or what their actual name is. And that's what I was constantly asked. Get her to send you a photo of herself. just so she can prove that she's not Penelope. Well, I did talk to her on the phone, and she sounds nothing like Penelope. So that enough should be suffice, don't you think? But no. These women wanted me to go to another woman who doesn't know me and say, send me a photo of yourself. Do you know how uncomfortable that was for me and Mia? You know, this whole time I look back at everything. And I was the bitch. If they wanted something, they came to me to get me to do it. And it's sad because I see in all the different communities, I see that. And it's sad. I can say it till I'm blue in the face. I'm not one to start conflict. I haven't. When was the last time I talked about Jules? And she has talked about me all the fucking time. Like she literally says in MobTube that she doesn't carry over this shit. And then their next sentence is me. Like, trying to get Sofo after me. Like, fucking grow up. Calling me a creep. Going with your same narrative that I've proven to be a lie. Like, I have a busy life. I talk with Meow privately. And she knows how busy I am. I will admit, when I was planning this stream, I wanted to drag a lot of people. But I'm not vindictive like that. I'm not an asshole. I'm sensitive to others' feelings, and I can have sympathy for people really easily. And I'm very forgiving. I am too forgiving. And I am way too trusting. And it's something that you think that you would learn, right? You know, you learn your lesson if it bites you in the ass. But in my head, I tell myself, you know what? Maybe that person's changed. Maybe that person ain't so bad. And then bam, I get used. It was fake. They're nice to me for what they need, and then they get what they need, and I'm treated like shit again. I am the exact same person I was when I first started streaming, and I was sitting in my Jeep in a parking lot and talking about my issues with my sister. At first, I thought it was so weird to sit by myself, stare at a screen, and talk to it. I thought that was so weird. But interacting with people in the comments and getting advice from people and hearing about other people's same situations that they've dealt with alcoholism or, you know, a sick parent, it was comforting in a way, you know. And after I get off the live, I felt good, almost like a counseling session. My bad. You know, it feels good. And that's what I like about Sophie's channel. It's her recovery talks. FBS. I watch him a lot, but I don't comment because I know Jules is friends with them. And if I comment, is she going to get these guys to come after me that I don't even know? You know, like, I'm not here to start drama. Not doing this stream to piss Anne and Maria off or piss Penelope off. I'm doing this stream because I feel like I just want it to stop. I don't need any apologies for the lies that people have created. I don't need to have a discussion about it and work it out. Just move on and leave me out of your mouths. You can say it all you want that I trash you and constantly talk shit about you. And even if I did to people that are my friends, what is wrong with that? Because you've done that and some. I'm not making live after live saying things that are completely untrue. See, I didn't even know that. I didn't even know FBS hates Jules. And thank you. I don't watch the hate streams. You know, the constant bashing of Siwa. I find it so repetitive. And I'm sure a lot of other people do too. You know, I know that people have been on, been on here longer than I have, so they know more about people and their actions. But like, for example, Siwa, I don't know her all that well. Has she done anything to me? No. So why would I do anything to her or try to make her life hell? Yeah, what doesn't go on? I I don't care. I don't care who likes me or hates me. But if I haven't done anything to you, why are you doing anything to me? I believe in karma. And if all these people are saying that I scammed all these people, well, then I'm guessing I'm going to get my karma, aren't I? If I was going to accuse somebody of something like that, I better have the proof to back up. Because if I don't have the proof, then I imagine down the road people aren't going to trust me, right? Like, isn't that how it works? Oh boy. I I will be right back. I have to go close up my chick pen and close my chicken coop door. So it's just started hailing. So I'm going to mute and I will be back in about 5 minutes. If there's anything that anybody wants to talk about that they've heard and they're confused on, they are welcome to comment in the chat without getting shit on, deleted, and blocked. So no, don't block nobody, don't delete nothing. I want people to feel like they can say what they want because yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Okay, I'm just going to read these. Hold on. No, he didn't show me all your messages. Only the crazy ones about me. He is telling the truth. Marie, maybe you can tell Maria to stop doxing Zeus on her wall too. Yeah, that's. I just don't feel like a news article that was posted. Why she feels the need to post that and make it something that it's not. Cosmic, are you deleting comments? I don't see anything that's deleted. I don't see Lauren Marie. Just wondering. Scroll up. It's when Mia came in. Weird. I don't see her. I know I'm not blocked. She said, so Steph helped you and you thanked her by doxing her full name. I think if somebody, she said, so Steph helped you. I think that if somebody doesn't want their name being put out there, that maybe the Instagram that they use for YouTube shouldn't be their name. It's not something I did purposefully. I apologize if that's actually her name. Jindy. Sorry, Jindy, but I am not having a conversation right now. You know, you are somebody that I expressed that it was hard for me to trust people because when I would talk about something and not necessarily talking crap about somebody, you would take that and show Maria. So, and then you proceeded to lie to me like I didn't have proof. And I did have proof. And I don't know what you shared with her, what you didn't share with her. So if I can't trust somebody, I just don't have contact with them. That's how I deal with things. She said, I haven't, you know, you put Maria's name in Google and lots of different stuff pops up, but I haven't taken that stuff and posted it on my community tab. The only thing I've ever posted is expressing my feelings, and it's always bit me in the ass. You know, people will go to Reddit where they can hide behind a fake name and they will make fun of me. Like, example, the mental health thing. You know, calling me John. I find it incredibly weird how fixated Maria is on John and his attempts, regardless of what date they were, regardless of whether they happened or not. It's not for anybody to discuss. You know, it's been discussed. It's not getting resolved. So you either ignore the person or you ignore the whole topic. It's not anybody's place to comment on. And then Jindy says, don't throw me under the bus. Well, I'm not throwing, maybe I am, but there was multiple times where you had said to me, you know, I won't share what we talk about. Did you ever share the parts where I said I'm not looking to turn everybody against Maria? I'm not You know, you guys all have a narrative. So if you can make me look bad, you're going to share it. I've kept everything to myself about you, Jindy. I'm sure there's a couple things that you've talked to me about that you don't want people knowing. I've always been really kind to you. If you've ever had questions or doubts about me, I've always been willing to answer them. So if anybody's thrown anybody under the bus, I think it's you. Did I get nasty with you after I found out what you did? I just simply stopped talking to you. Brooke. Maria is one of the doctors in the community who gets a pass because she is just Maria. That is the excuse they make for her. She needs to stop complaining about doxing because you can't dox a known doxer. You know, and in the very beginning, I made the mistake of having my name as, you know, when you comment, you got your name. That was my fault. So I dealt with that. But when someone purposely tries to out you, it's wrong. It's wrong to do it as a young adult. It's wrong to do it as a mother. It's wrong to do it as a dad. Like, it's wrong. And it is. There's certain people in this community who get passes. You know, Mikey, for example. I understand him. So yes, he is going to get some passes, but he does know right from wrong. And when he sat on Jules's panel, calling my niece the R word, and everybody turned a blind eye to that, I don't think that's okay. You know, Maria and all her people, they're now telling people, and it's going to Reddit, that I live in my parents' house. I don't. This is my house. I have never felt the need to share how I got this house or where I live. I got it because I had a little bit of extra money. And in Canada, they have a first homeowner's grant. So they match whatever you have as a down payment, they will match that. And I can tell you it was well under 10 grand that I had. Not even close. So, like Jules has said, because she feels like it's her business, that I got help. I think her words were, I got help just like Brooke got help. Again, none of her business. It's like it's a crime to get help, honestly, on YouTube. YouTube is a very toxic place. Very toxic. And it does suck that I have involved myself in all of it. And I'm willing to take ownership for things that I've done and things that I've said. I'm not stubborn. I will happily apologize when I'm wrong. There's been on a few different accounts where I have actually wanted to reach out to Debbie to talk about this privately and come to a solution. But Maria has made it very difficult to do that. Like whatever I have going on with Debbie, it's got nothing to do with Maria. It's got nothing to do with Mia. It's got nothing to do with anybody. But everybody involves themselves, and it's like they want to be the hero and get what they want. For the people that have helped me, I appreciate it. During Christmas, people wanted to help me, and that was the first time I had experienced that. And it was really hard. But I accepted it, and I'm glad I did, because my niece was so happy on Christmas, where the Christmas before was really rough. And I wanted to make her happy. I'm not this shitty person looking for sympathy or looking for people to like me and not the other. I'm not. Like, you don't have to like me. That's okay. You're entitled to that. But can we not just come to a common ground where we just let things go, move on? We don't talk about each other? Like, to me, that's not hard. And people just need to leave real life out of it. I've been at my job for a few years now, and I love it. But I don't want to cause my boss any more stress than they already have, because it's obvious that everybody right now in Canada is struggling. It is there's fires everywhere, so it's stopping tourism, and small towns depend on tourism, and when they don't have that, they're struggling. But then I've got people who are threatening to contact my job and try to sabotage the place that I work. Like, how is that okay in anybody's mind? My employment has nothing to do with what I do outside of work. And then to top it off, that the majority of the things are lies. So then I have to explain myself. So now I have searched for new work because I don't want to put them through that. And maybe this is where karma comes in, but I found a really promising job. And it's good pay. And I'm happy. But what started all that? Because of harassment on YouTube? That's sick. I couldn't imagine being pissed off at Meow and going double O agent on her real life and finding out where she works and contacting. Like, I saw, when Maria and I were good, I saw the stress that put her under. People emailing her boss, calling her boss. I saw how upset that made her. And the person doing that, if you're getting enjoyment out of that, there's something wrong with you. I don't think Maria is this horrendous human being who is miserable in her life. I think she gets really wrapped up in things and is really strong headed. And even after everything she's done, I still can't be a nasty asshole. And I'm sure she's going to go live tomorrow. I haven't watched any of them. I've been sent clips, and I've told numerous people if she's shit talking me, I just can't do it. I can't watch it. It's one, it stresses me out, and two, it hurts because she was a friend. Yeah. And so be it. I knew coming into this it was inevitable. Yeah, well, why don't they ask Brooke to show she did a whole new roof replacement and not a patch job? Also show the before and after of the roof construction. It's also hypocritical. Yeah. I'm not going to comment on Brooke because she's done absolutely nothing to me. But there's so many things on YouTube that contradicts themselves. Yeah. It's petty. But I choose not to watch it because I'm not going to put myself through that. And they can go and they can say that this is a sympathy live or whatever. I didn't do a live for so long because I didn't want people thinking that. And I've had people all the time saying, go live, defend yourself. And it's like, what's the point? Anything I say will be used against me. And I think Pebbles messaged me. Like, even if I know a message is nasty or I think it's going to be nasty, I have a hard time bringing myself to look at it. Because I don't want to deal with the aftermath of whatever they're saying. And Jennifer, when I say that I didn't purposely mean to not open your messages, that is exactly why. It's hard when you think that these people are all your friends and then one day they all turn against you. And that's what happened. I opened up about stuff to you, Pebbles, and then one day I just stopped getting responses. Next day I get a message from Anne. I don't think R2B2, I don't think Maria's blocked. I have her personally blocked, so like if I'm in a chat, I can't see her. But I made sure that she wasn't blocked before I came on. Hold on. Is this something that I can check while I'm on? I guess I can go on the computer. I'm looking at my hidden users, and Maria's name isn't on it. The only people that are on my hidden users list are Cluckin' Douche Zeus, and then another Cluckin' Douche Zeus. I have a Jeffrey Dahmer with my photo, and I have George, which I think all of those accounts are his, Honey Bunny, and JoJo. I don't even know the JoJo one, so I'll unblock that one. But that's it. That's all that's on there. And you know what? Yeah, I already know what Maria's gonna say. I haven't communicated with her in a while, and she unblocked me to rip me a new one, and I said my piece, and I told her that I was blocking her, and she went to my other account and bitched me out again, and I just chose not to respond. Jennifer sits as a mod where a content creator gets dragged for being called a scammer and a grifter. There's so much more evidence against that content creator. Then she comes over here and does the same to other content creators for less. I just don't know what more there is to say about Maria. Or say to Maria. The sole purpose of this live is to say my side and just express that it should stop. Like I haven't gone on anybody else's panel and ranted about anybody. I haven't done any lives. I've barely talked in chats. I think there was one time where I was in Sophie's live listening to her live, and somebody said something about Maria saying that she also gave me money, and I said that wasn't true. And I think Maria misunderstood that because she messaged me freaking out about saying, I never said I gave you money, blah, blah. That I think that was the gist of like online in a chat. That's it. This is your channel and should be your safe zone. Don't allow Maria to come here and dictate. And yes, this is my channel, and I'm not going to be crucified on my own channel. But I also am always open to hearing what people have to say. And that's exactly it. They are hoping to bully me to the point that I completely disappear from YouTube. And like I said, I could make a completely new account. I could. But why? Like, nobody should be bullied off of YouTube. I don't like Jules. But am I going to bully her to the point that she leaves? No. People constantly say how I'm obsessed with her. And I think that there's just a couple more people that are more obsessed with others that you should be concerned about, not me. There's been times where Jules is getting dragged so hard, and I actually feel bad. I feel bad for her because I can see her mental state at points where it's like they are pushing for her to have a mental breakdown. And it's not okay. The back and forth rant, bantering on YouTube for a couple weeks, a month, whatever, but then like let it go. If nothing's gonna be resolved, let it go. How can you say come on and ask questions, yet you don't let her come in, not Yuzu's, but the chat? Well, I don't even. The chat is. They can have their own opinion. But it doesn't mean that I'm listening to what they want. She's not blocked. She can easily go under a fake account and come in here like. So just, can you check if Lauren Marie is blocked? No, she's not blocked. Oh, it's R2B2 Maria? If it is, you're not blocked. Like, hold on. See? Hidden users. And if you're not on this list, but I still have you blocked, so I can't see you in other chats, you should still be able to chat in here, because I don't know if it was that, I don't know who came in. Secret Treasures, Dorothy. Well, I saw Dorothy, someone else, their comments got deleted and they were blocked by mod. Well, see? Right here is showing. I specifically asked before I started this that nobody is to be blocked. I just showed you, Fancy, that there's nobody that's blocked. Like, I don't know. I've heard that YouTube glitches. Like, for me, Siwa swears up and down I'm not blocked on her channel, but I can't chat. And it's been like that for a while. And Siwa has no issues with me. So maybe it's a glitch. I don't know. Now, if there's a rude comment and a mod thinks it should be deleted, then Seuss, you aren't looking in the right place. Even Meow said above she blocked some people and saw their original comments. Go look up further. Well, what other fucking block list do I look at? She's not blocked, like you didn't block me on Maria's channel. Yeah, that is a good example. Maria's channel, Meow, is blocked, but she swears up and down she's not blocked. Where else do I look? I will look. Is it the one where I log into my Gmail? Because that block list is meant for me personally. If I'm in, say, Maria's chat and I don't want to see Fancy Feast, so I block her. Because up top, who was it? There was a comment and I couldn't see it, but it wasn't blocked. Secret Treasures. Yeah, Secret Treasures. I didn't see that, but I have her blocked because I don't want to see what she says in other chats. Yeah, the one I just showed, that is my YouTube studios because it's under community. So these people that are in this little box are blocked from my chat. And I don't even know why this is even like a topic. There's been numerous times where I have tried to talk with Maria and it just doesn't get resolved. Which, so be it. But she wants to make a live scheduled for tomorrow saying that when you pretend to be a victim to grift, like, this was not intended to be. Everybody here, these 50 people, you don't have to like me. I'm not asking for it. I'm not asking that you believe me either. Just move on. Just stop. I don't know what else there really is to say. Thoughting, plotting. Wonder who you are. She knows you're not going to drag her, so she's taking advantage of you and your character. I don't know about that, but I'm just telling you because you were trying to clear the air. Several people came up and voiced their opinions and comments and got deleted and they got blocked when you said you wanted to hear. Well, everybody that's said their part, I have responded to it. If somebody's going to be an asshole and come in here and tell me that I'm grifting and whatever, then yes, of course they're going to get blocked. What is the point of having people come in here and just continue with the shit that I'm asking to stop? I'm just going to leave it at this. Yes, be upset, but if they wanted to show some proof you asked for, why ask for it? What? What am I upset about? Maria going live? I already knew that was going to happen. This is why I haven't done any of this, because I'm just hoping that it just goes away. You want to bash me and do whatever, then if you feel the need to do it, then do it. But it's when it comes to involving yourself into my real life, that's when it's a problem. I wouldn't dare contact Maria's job or Maria's family. I and I'm not saying that she's contacting anybody in my family, but to grab things from online and then post them on her page, and then who knows who sees that? What's to say that they they get enjoyment out of making other people miserable? Like, it's just a snowball effect. She thinks I'm a scammer. She thinks I grifted people. Okay, well, I don't know how to change that because I disagree with her. So obviously, we're not going to come to a solution. Well, if she's gonna show it, why hasn't she? So she can fabricate something and then post it. I guess we'll see. Debbie's already admitted that she told me that I didn't have to pay it. Stephanie, there was no conversation of it being a loan. I even reached out to her, asking her, saying like I was not under the impression this was a loan. There was Jennifer. We both talked. That was paid. It was never a gift. And if I was to scam anybody, it would not be the other Debbie. The one that who's tried taking advantage. There's been a couple people that have tried to take advantage of her. And it was all being talked about at the time that I was accused of that. So why would I do that at that time if everybody else is being outed for the people that tried to do that? Does that make sense? Don't delete Fancy. Just let her say what she wants. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I probably would, but I'm not going in their chat. So if there was a solution that could happen, then yes, I would be more than willing to go in their chat. But the way that they have both acted, I just know that it's like a trap. God. Okay, I'm gonna end this. This is I've said what I've said. I'm not looking for sympathy. I don't want any sympathy. I'm not this person I'm made out to be. And it's unfortunate that certain people have the control to try to wreck other people. I've worked really hard to get where I am in my life, and I'm not a scammer. I've not had any handouts. I have worked to get where I am. And I'm thankful. Even though I may struggle, I'm still thankful for what I have. I'm thankful that I have a roof over my head. I'm thankful for the people on YouTube that I met and were once my friends. And out of the kindness of their hearts, they did help me. I appreciate that. And if they think differently of me now, I can't change that. Let people who gave Zeus money to deal with it if they wish to do so. All those need to just mind their own business. If Debbie wants me to reach out to her and talk to her privately, I would do that. I say I blocked people because I didn't want to see the nasty comments. That's it. Wasn't avoiding anything. Nothing. Whether you believe that or not, I can't change your mind on that. Thank you, Bonnie. I appreciate that. I'm not a person to call the cops on people, but if this continues the way it is, I'm going to contact the cops and I'm going to tell them about it, because I have not done anything to try and stir the pot, push things. Did I put emojis on a picture of Maria? Yes. Would you like me to delete it? I'll delete it if you want, if that'll make you feel better. I don't commentate on your lives. I don't even watch them. I don't respond to people hating on me, but it's a bit much. And I'm just simply asking that it stop. Look at all the people getting into true crime. Look at AT2. Look at him. He's doing whatever, and his channel's getting up there. You look at Rabbit. Look at her channel. Do what they do. That's the type of stuff I'm interested in. I like watching true crime. I enjoy that stuff. People do get sick of hearing the same old stuff about people all the time. I wish that I could feel comfortable enough to just get back into doing my lives with my chickens, or do my lives about my woodwork. I would love to do lives while I'm just doing woodwork and showing what I'm making and showing what I've done. But I feel like I can't do that when the majority of YouTube thinks I have some sort of motive. I have absolutely no motive. I will never take a penny from anybody, because this is what happens. When you wrong a friend of theirs, they then turn around and make you into something you're not. So that's all I have to say. I really don't want to have to do this again. I'm sorry it's so long. I'm tired as shit. I've got a long day tomorrow. I just want to be left alone. I hope everybody has a good night, and I appreciate the people that came in and supported me. I didn't ask anybody to do that, and it means a lot when there are people, because I truly didn't think there was anybody that could see my side. So even if it's just a couple people, I appreciate it. I hope everyone has a good night.